Okay, I'm going to finish this off real quick because it's way too late. I got preoccupied watching Spider-Man 2 with Tobey Maguire. And so I'm a bit behind. But I thought I'd do them with their eyes pointing that way and their arms like that. So they're kind of doing like a Superman thing. That seems cool, I think. And I think you should all agree with what I just said. So, how much do we need of this? Not too much. Alright, let's get this done super good. So it's going to be a 15-minute video maximum. Can't possibly go any longer than that. So I'm going to have to tie that one off, aren't I? Oh dear. Okay, so not the greatest day, I'm going to have to say, because I injured myself on a bicycle, as I mentioned in the prior video. And by hitting a piece of wood on the road. And the result of this, of course, was that I fell off my bike and slid to a stop on the hard concrete on my left-hand side. Which is good, because the last time I did that, which was earlier this year, I slid on my right-hand side. So I'm going to keep the eyes off for a second, or I'm just going to lose everything. And that would have been fine. And I was all like, well, I want to go for a run. And yesterday, which is the day after I fell off my bicycle, I didn't really feel like I could do that. But I did feel today that I was back on track, and that by tomorrow my hip would not be playing up anymore, and I'd be able to go for at least a short run. I haven't been for a run for like 2 weeks, which is a long time for me, because I've had a cold and just been sick, as you may have picked out. So I was kind of looking forward to it. And so then, well, cycling today, and of course I can cycle, because I can always cycle. It takes a lot, I'm going to say an awful lot, to stop me from being able to ride a bike. There's been very few incidences, no matter how stuffed up my legs have been, of me not actually being able to somehow manage to cycle at least some capacity. And if I can to some capacity, then I will to some capacity. I don't want to go this too high, so we're going to put it in there. And so I did today, but it was a bit, it's the problem with the winter, of course, is that when you ride a bicycle, it's going to go through the hole, it's going to go through the hole. Within winter, and you're riding like longer than just going around the corner, what you start off wearing is fine temperature wise, but soon afterwards it may in fact get, this is the plastic here, it may in fact get too warm for what you're doing, because you warm up reasonably quickly on a bicycle. Certainly at most of my journeys on a bike. The clothes that I need to wear at the very beginning are often far more than what I need to be wearing at the end, or even the middle part. And this is the frustrating part in winter. I tend to be better in summer, because I only just wear a singlet and shorts. And so that works fine in summer, but not so much in winter, because I start off wearing like a thick jacket. And then, so the point was, is that I decided I was wearing a scarf, which is what I'm wearing right now, which I will need to take off in a minute, because it gets quite warm under these lights. And I took it off, but of course I'm not the kind of person, like I don't believe in, oh, this is not lined up properly, is it? I don't believe in taking off scarves in a sensible manner. You have to be silly with scarves. Because they're such an outrageous item of clothing that it just seems wrong not to be. I don't know if that's supposed to, okay, getting confused by the holes here. So I've gone and mucked up, because these have gone and got out of alignment. So we'll just have to ignore that fact and just go and skip one of the holes, because otherwise it's not going to line up. So that's not going to look so great. But I will go back and double... so they're going to have like a funny little nick in the ear. Hey, so taking my scarf off, and of course, so I don't want to stop riding my bike, so I take it off while I'm cycling. And then of course it drops down and gets tangled up in the front wheel, in the brakes, causing me to brake unexpectedly. And then I fall over again, pretty much exactly the same way I fell over a few days ago, on my side. and oh, I've gone and done this wrong. And so there I was on the road again, and going, oh, you've got to be kidding me. But I wasn't going that fast, so this time it wasn't exactly as painful. And if I hadn't actually injured myself a few days ago, I probably wouldn't have any lasting effects from it. But now I'm just like, oh, I wasn't limping this morning, and now I have to go around limping again. Back to old limpy styles. But I think by tomorrow I haven't injured myself that much. I did graze my knee and my hip, which is the main problem. Gave that a good bashing around. But by tomorrow I'm going to go for a run. I don't care. I'm tired of this. And I say that, of course, but what's going to happen is I'll start going for a run, and then I'll realise that it's actually way more painful on my hip than I thought it was. And I'll have to stop, and then I'll just have to get grumpy. So I'm going to have to work out how to be grumpy tomorrow. And I think I can probably manage it. But with this little owl thing built, made up, then I think I'll be quite calm and serene. Is that the right word? Like, I realised when I start to say calm and sir, I want to say surreal, which makes no sense. Why would you be calm and surreal? All right. We're going to be calm and surreal about putting this bit on. And of course I have to remember to stop at some point because obviously they're going to have to put the fluff in. So I think we'll do the bit, when we get through this little wing, we will, I'm just going to skip that one. So we'll start putting it in the hole. Yeah, we will, what was I going to say? Yeah, put the fluff in. Yeah. So that was my day. I did go and get some cool things to put on this channel at some point. But I'm going to have to do a Lego set again soon, which won't be Star Wars. Though I do have a Star Wars one sitting nearby, which I was going to do, but I've done it before and it's a bit boring. So I'm probably not going to do it straight away. But I'm going to do a set I've never done before. That's a big set, so it's a big Technic set, so that's going to take a few videos. But I'm going to be doing some playing with Lego with kids for a holiday program soon, so I have to get in the spirit of things to build a big Technic Lego thing with Mindstorms and all that. So that will be the fun thing coming up next. But I've got quite a few. I've already got this bird house thing that I want to build. It's like another wooden kit set thing. It looks pretty straightforward, but I don't know if I should put it. If I actually put it outside, if that's a very good idea. I have to be very clever about it because I have 2 cats who live around here, and you know what cats are like. So unless it's minor birds, if you don't live near minor birds, you're missing out on so much fun. Alright, there's no actual hole there. There's like these holes have disappeared. So this is a problem. In fact, none of these holes, this section here, are actually there on this side. So they didn't quite get pushed out. So we're going to have to do that ourselves. But they're not it's not too hard to pop out. Rewatching Spider-Man 2, the Tobey Maguire version, was quite fun actually. Thinking back to mid-2000s, or was it 2004, 2003, whenever it came out. And, whoop, here you go. This looks kind of grey, like it's like grey hair. Yeah, it makes me, because I've always been a big movie soundtrack CD thing, so a lot of my CDs in the early days used to be, back when people used to buy CDs. I still buy CDs, but only second hand, because I don't buy them brand new anymore. I don't think anyone does. Which is sad, because I don't want to get Spotify. But the point is, or iTunes. The point is, what is the point? Yeah, the soundtrack. So I had the Spider-Man 2 soundtrack and the Spider-Man 1 soundtrack, and so it's quite fun. It's quite fun to watch the movie again, because I've listened to a lot of the songs that appear, and it's like one of those movies, you know, like you get soundtracks to some movies, and like those songs didn't really appear in the movie much. They're like inspired by I'm putting all the fluff in here because I've already done the beer, so I can save that fluff, and I've got a lot of fluff downstairs. We've been collecting fluff to stuff into soft things. Yeah, it's kind of like Can I actually put the whole thing in? I guess I can put all of it in. Huh. Really? Oh my goodness, it all goes in just the one thing. They really should have given you twice as much fluff. I bet you could stuff even more in there. Alright. Probably didn't have to. Probably should put oh no, just put the stickers on last, the sticky bits on last, because put them on the right side too. Then they'll just bulge off and fall off. Now I feel like I'm going to have to double stitch it. Yeah, so it's nice. It's like kind of like it's nostalgic to watch the film because then you get to listen to the soundtrack, which I've listened to many times, so I know all the songs quite well. And like it ends on that Dashboard's Confession song, which I've forgotten the name of, Vindicated. It's like I haven't listened to that song for a long time, and I think that's kind of like a forgotten. Like I don't know, no one talks about that that song anymore. Well, they probably do. I've been paying attention, but I haven't listened to it for a long time. And it's like I used to listen to that all the time, so that was kind of cool. So that's the neat thing about growing up and growing older is that you have all those things and they link back and they're nice. It's nice to be able to link back to. And it's always cool because in 10 years' time you're going to look back and think of all the songs that are coming out at the moment and think the same thing. 15 years from now, sorry. Maybe, I don't know. I have never been 15 years older than I currently am now, so I can't really make any statements about that. That's the other exciting thing about just growing older. It's all just new. It's never not new. It's like I've never been this age before. So whatever age you are now, next year you're going to be an age you've never been before. And that's like handy. So I think once we've got all these, now I can't even see at all where the holes are supposed to go. So I'm just going to guess. We're kind of going all over the show here. And I guess it's not going to line up down here at some point because it didn't. I missed one of the holes. So this is like buttoning up your jacket. I did this exact thing today. I buttoned up my shirt and I got the wrong one button on one side was to the wrong hole on the other side and halfway up and then you're like, oh, it's all way off. And that's what I've done here. So this is just like buttoning up a shirt. So should I go through there? Alright, we can. Okay. I think. Oh. Right, so I'm going to go back and double stitch over this, and then we'll call it a day. Glue some things on. Ooh, I feel like I'm going to break this whole thing. In fact, I already have. Alright, now we're back in familiar territory. So of course, watching Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, you're going to be like, "Wow, what's he like compared to Tom Holland?" Well, I think everybody has their own. Like I appreciate the Sam Raimi Spider-Man films. I think they're great, but I don't care at all for the Amazing Spider-Man. I tried to watch it, and I watched the first one halfway through, and I just don't care. Such is the way of things, and I feel bad for that because Andrew Garfield's kind of cool. And there, and there. He seems kind of familiar. I think he kind of reminds me of what I kind of thought I look like sometimes. So I don't think I look like Andrew Garfield. Alright, so, come on. But you know what I mean. Oh. So who do I look like? Wow. People have compared me to Scott Bakula, who no one will know of. And Christian Bale. I've had that twice, which is quite interesting because I don't think I look at all like Christian Bale in general. But it'd be kind of cool, he's fine. He's actually a few years older than me. Not that many years older than me though. So it's conceivably possible. Conceivably. I don't look anything like Batman though. So it's not been a very, 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 this is the kind of odd. I can't get this through the hole. I don't know where it's going to go. I've really mucked this bit up, haven't I? Because it doesn't go. I must go through into. Ooh, we're kind of like going through into to various different like places that aren't actually holes. It's just like I'm poking it straight through. There, this one went through nicely. So we're not going to get all the way around. Not with this. So this side's just going to be the extra, maybe we will, like, I'm kind of interested. How long have I spent doing this? 13, well, a while. I was like, is this worth going? Because I really don't have much to talk about tonight. I'm just like talking about Spider-Man and vague, what's the word? Similarities to famous people in appearance, which I don't look anything like. I certainly don't look anything like Tobey Maguire. I don't think. Though what if somebody said I did? I don't know. One day I will have a video where you actually see what I look like. I think that's actually kind of an important thing, because we all are very, like, you know, I personally, like, a thing that I liked about doing these videos is that I suddenly feel like, oh, I like listening to myself talk. I used to think that I sounded terrible and I don't like listening to myself, and I hate my sound of my voice. And making these videos has actually kind of been quite helpful for getting over that and saying, oh, actually, I can sound okay if I wish to. But of course I also feel like I don't really like looking at myself very much, and I certainly don't like photos of myself at all anymore. In fact, I get very irritated if someone takes my photo, so don't take my photo. But if I took videos of myself, well, I'm kind of keen, though I have to do that with other people. I'm not going to take videos of just myself at the moment to start off with. I want to have other people there, because then it kind of works better. Oh, so this is going to be strange. This one here goes through here. Well, we kind of have to... Oh, look at this. I missed all these holes. So now's my chance to very messily get these two holes, which I've managed to miss. Which makes me a bit sad, because there's two holes that I've missed. Is anyone going to notice that I've missed these two holes? They are, because I've just gone and broken one. So that was a bad idea. Don't try and mix the holes. And I've done them both the same way. So my whole Superman thing was it's just gone out the window. Oh dear. You see, if you had it like someone else, like that's what you need. You need real time. This needs to be a Twitch thing, a Twitch stream or whatever. And then I have people comment saying, "You forgot to stop it! Stop what you're doing! You've got the ear on the wrong way, or whatever that is. Their arms. Are they arms or ears? No, those are the ears there. So, and I'd be like, "Oh, thank you, person, 34992. That was really like be Owl Spotter 392 or something." And they'll be like, "You got them on the wrong way," and then I'd stop what I was doing and I'd fix it up, and there'd be like people cheering, and it would be grand. So that's never going to happen, because I just don't care about that kind of stuff. But you never know. Alright, and then we're down to here, down to here, down to here. I watch a channel called Technology Connections, and I watched a video today about LED lights and compact fluorescent lights, and why I might get a flickering effect, I guess, on my camera when I use different lights, which I don't get with. So at the moment there are two lights going. They're both very orange. I was going to adjust the white balance, but I haven't, because then I have to adjust everything, and it's just like, oh, that's a lot of work. But one of the last videos was very yellow. They're all kind of yellow. Alright, so we'll do one more time, and then we'll finish. But yeah, it might give some indication as to why there's some flickering when I turn on a compact LED light, actually. So there's a fluorescent light, but it's not very compact, which I don't think flickers. I can't see any flickering with it. And then there's an incandescent light bulb, which sometimes causes flickering. Well, I don't want to cut too much off. Alright, that's fine to have it like that. As I say, now we put the eyes on. Yeah, so that might be the cause of it. I don't know. Actually, it seems to be the light over here. When I turn that one up too far, so that it's got too much light on, the camera seems to react strangely to it. This is not going to come off, because there's a third light on this desk, and that's That's an LED light. Because I like to go, you know, all the way in different an LED light powered by the mains, not an LED light that runs off batteries, because I've got a couple of those that I think might work. Here we go, we've got this. It's done. Alright, so we can put that one over here, squash them down a bit, and then they're stuck on rock solid. That eye is never coming off, ever. Don't even ask. And this one is coming off here. Actually, I remember watching Spider-Man 2 and being very excited to see the Bruce Campbell cameo. And I also watched a little bit of this TV series that I used to like a long time ago when I was younger, when I was a high school student, which gives away my age, called Sequest DSV, or Sequest 2030 something or other. And I don't think I happened to manage to pick up a DVD of like the third season, and honestly it starts off with them like being abducted by aliens or something. I don't know, I didn't watch it. I only watched 7 minutes of it. That was a weird show. I don't think it's aged very well. It's not the kind of show that anyone seems to actually talk about anymore. This eye is not going to come off, but it's got Todd Raimi in it, who's like what's his name? Sam Raimi from Spider-Man, director, Spider-Man, the Tobey Maguire ones. And he's in Spider-Man too. Because why would you not get your younger brother in Spider-Man? Okay, this is not going to work, is it? It's just really, really fiddly. How much time have I got? I've got 6 minutes to very, very fiddlily try and get this sticker thing off without ruining it. Yeah, this is just not very. I can't. I think last time I just glued it on, which is like a very strange thing to. Oh, come on! This has got to. Well, we went through. I went through this thing last time, didn't I? About doing this thing and thinking that might help. Because we've got to do something for that little yellow bit. Oh, here we go. Here we go. We got it. We got it. So I want them to look one way. Well, well, I can't do that because. So where should the other eye go? Should the other eye go there, or there? I think probably that way is the best, or that way. We'll just go like that. That'll be fine. Maybe the mouth should go on. Mouth should go on first, which looks like a piece of pizza. Which makes me think of that pizza, the pizza part in Spider-Man 2. When he's trying to deliver the pizza. And he's flying through New York and he has to save somebody or something like that, and a little girl from being hit by a truck, some girls. And I can't remember what he does. But anyway, this feels like I just took a bit of sticky stuff off. That's got all the sticky bits on it. It's just, so I took this off fine. What? But all the sticky bit is on this bit and not on the bit that I want to actually stick. So is there another sticky bit? Maybe there's another layer of sticky bits. This is a double layered sticky thing. So that's a bit weird. Yeah, and then there's this bit where he leaves the pizza on top of a building somewhere, and there's a guy who comes out and he's like, "Ooh, some free pizza," and he's got some pizza. He's got one slice of pizza out, and then Spider-Man grabs the whole boxes of pizza that he's trying to deliver and takes them all, and then the guy's still got the pizza, and then Spider-Man uses his web special powers to extract the pizza back from the person. Which way around does this go? And I'm like, well, that's very unhigh. Does it go like that? I should get the picture out. which is thankfully right here. Well, that doesn't really, because this is a triangle, is quite different in size to the triangle that's there. So it does go down. I think I should have put the eyes a bit further apart. Well, you know what they say. I don't know what they say about eyes that should be too far apart. All right. There we go. Okay. And yeah, but it's not very hygienic. Like, so he's like, I've got to do this. If we've got 29-minute special thing, but it's like, seriously, I'm sure that pizza is not going to pass any sort of standards in food hygiene, even in New York. I'm sure New York has very good food vending hygiene standards, but it's like, well, I wouldn't buy that. So should I try the googly eye? We've got a few seconds left. We'll have to glue that on. Well, I'm going to see what it looks like with a small googly eye, because I don't see the point of these. Why do these things come with 4 googly eyes when you only see the googly eyes on the bear? No, that would just look rubbish. That would look so bad. What about a big one? So, alright, well, that doesn't look very good either. So maybe there were, because the thing that I'm trying to get at here, painstakingly slowly, in this incredibly long video, is the little white dots, and I don't know where they went because they could have come out. That's that thing. That's for the bear. So these are the 2 bits for the bear, which are not shaped at all like they are in the picture. Like, that's not a triangle. And that's that. And I've lost the red bit, and I've lost a whole lot, haven't I? Maybe they're in here. Nope, they're not in the box. Okay, there's that bit. And now we've got all the other bits, but I never got any little extra white dots. So that's like, you don't really get what you see in the box, which is sad. But that looks kind of cool. Like, you know, that looks fine. Like, I've completely got the arms the wrong way around. And I don't see how there's only 3 stitches when there's quite a few more holes there. So I don't think that's the same. But look at that, it's double stitched and everything, and it's all quite good. So I'm happy with that. It's worth getting. Probably get 2 of them. They're only like $3. Thanks for watching. We're going to finish it there with a whole 1 minute and something seconds left on the clock. I watched another video today, and someone was talking about making YouTube videos and different cameras and getting better cameras, and how some cameras can like film for 4 hours, or which I'm sure they, or, you know, any normal size camera could. And I'm like, well, no, I think I like that silly EU restriction stuff, because I just talk for 4 hours. So thank goodness I haven't got that kind of camera yet. But thanks for watching. Like, share, and subscribe. I feel like the camera is actually off tilt. Sorry, I'm going to rearrange it right now. Thanks for watching. Bye.